Roman concrete, the ancient technology that still baffles scientists. Imagine standing before a structure that has survived earthquakes, wars, fires, floods, and nearly 2,000 years of relentless exposure to the elements. Its walls still stand. Its dome remains the largest unreinforced concrete dome ever built. Most astonishing of all, scientists are still studying the material from which it was constructed. This material is known as Roman concrete, and many researchers consider it one of the greatest engineering achievements of the ancient world. But was its secret truly lost? Or has the answer been hiding in plain sight all along? A material that defied time. When people think of ancient Rome, they usually picture powerful legions, mighty emperors, and the Colosseum. Yet one remarkable technology may have had an even greater impact on history. Roman concrete made it possible to build massive bridges, harbors, aqueducts, temples, and monumental domes, many of which still survive today. While many modern concrete structures are designed to last around 50 to 100 years before requiring major repairs, some Roman buildings have remained standing for nearly 2,000 years. The comparison is not exact, as ancient and modern concrete were developed for different purposes and under different conditions. But the durability of Roman construction remains extraordinary. What was the secret? For many years, historians believed the secret of Roman concrete lay in volcanic ash. This ash came from the region around Pozzuoli, near Naples. Because of its origin, it became known as pozzolanic ash, giving Roman concrete its famous name. Roman builders mixed volcanic ash with lime, water, and stone aggregate. The mixture gradually hardened into an incredibly durable material. For centuries, researchers assumed that volcanic ash alone explained the remarkable longevity of Roman structures. Modern science, however, has revealed that the story is far more complex. A surprising scientific discovery. While analyzing ancient samples, researchers noticed tiny white fragments scattered throughout the concrete. For decades, these pieces were dismissed as signs of poor mixing. More recent studies suggest a different explanation. The fragments appear to be the result of using quicklime during high-temperature mixing. When tiny cracks formed over time and water seeped inside, the lime could dissolve and later recrystallize, partially sealing the cracks. Scientists call this process self-healing. It does not make the concrete alive, nor can it repair every type of damage. However, it may slow the growth of small cracks and help explain why many Roman structures have remained intact for so long. Why did seawater make it stronger? One of the most fascinating discoveries involves Roman marine concrete. Modern concrete often deteriorates when exposed to salt water. Roman concrete sometimes behaved in exactly the opposite way. Researchers found that as seawater passed through the material, new minerals gradually formed inside it. Among them were aluminum-rich silicate crystals that strengthened the concrete's internal structure. In other words, certain Roman harbor structures actually became stronger over time. This helps explain why ancient Roman breakwaters, piers, and harbor walls have survived for nearly 2 millennia. The Pantheon, the ultimate proof. Perhaps the greatest example of Roman engineering is the Pantheon in Rome. Its enormous concrete dome was completed almost 2,000 years ago. Even today, it remains the largest unreinforced concrete dome ever constructed. Roman engineers achieved this by carefully reducing the weight of the materials as the dome rose higher. Heavier stone was used near the base, while lighter volcanic materials were placed closer to the top. The dome also becomes progressively thinner toward its center. For its time, this was an extraordinary engineering achievement. Why was the technology lost? After the fall of the Western Roman Empire, many construction traditions gradually disappeared. The loss was not due to a single secret recipe. Instead, Rome's vast supply networks collapsed. Large state-sponsored construction projects came to an end. The skilled builders who had passed practical knowledge from one generation to the next slowly vanished. During the Middle Ages, builders relied primarily on stone and lime mortar. Only centuries later did scholars begin studying Roman engineering once again. Can Roman concrete be recreated today? Modern scientists have successfully produced experimental materials similar to Roman concrete. Some demonstrate properties remarkably close to ancient samples. However, reproducing every characteristic of Roman concrete remains difficult. Its performance depended not only on the recipe itself, but also on the exact volcanic ash, the mixing process, curing conditions, and the environment in which it hardened. For this reason, researchers no longer view Roman concrete as a single lost formula. Instead, they see it as a sophisticated engineering system that is still being explored, a mystery that continues to inspire. The story of Roman concrete reminds us that ancient builders possessed an extraordinary understanding of materials, even without modern chemistry, microscopes, or advanced engineering software. Every new scientific study reveals another piece of the puzzle. Researchers hope these discoveries will help develop stronger, more durable, and more sustainable building materials for the future. Perhaps the greatest secret of Roman concrete was never a mysterious ingredient. Perhaps it was the Romans' remarkable ability to observe nature, learn from it, and apply that knowledge on an unprecedented scale. Nearly 2,000 years later, Roman concrete continues to astonish archaeologists, engineers, chemists, and historians alike, proving that some of the greatest innovations of the ancient world are still teaching us lessons today.